Hey, it's Jernizer with another Tuesday tip. We've been focused on content marketing a lot because it is so important to CMOs and the way they both work with sales, drive leads, help their customers understand how to use their product or the world that they live in. So first up, we have Katrina Klier with a tip. Katrina, give us a tip on content marketing.
I would say always have a test, learn, and adapt approach to your content marketing. Test things, learn from that, and adapt in real time, and just over and over and over and over again, so that you can continue to tune and refine what you do.
All right, so there it is. Test, learn, and adapt. That's like a 3-for-1. That's amazing. Thank you for that. Shirley Macbeth from Forrester. Shirley, what's your tip?
I would say tune your content to your audience needs. Get to know your audience, their needs, and your content, and make that pivot for success.
Wait, we're not going to talk about product? Wait, I want to share all the good things that we got going. No? Okay. So we're going to focus on our customer and their needs and help them out. All right, Rebecca Stone from Cisco Meraki. Rebecca.
Make it shorter. Shorten it.
Make it shorter. This is probably the longest Tuesday tip on record, and we're going to make it shorter. Okay, we're going to make it shorter, in which case I'm moving right on to Kevin Briody. Kevin, what's your tip?
More does not equal better. So focus, make it better targeted, focus on optimization, and take the time to craft each piece.
I love that because so many folks look at their content calendar and say they've got to put more things on it. And the answer is, there really is, and you actually have the math to prove it, that less is more. Okay, Amy Messano, Altair, what is your tip on content?
Kind of what Shirley said, outside thinking. What problems are you solving?
What problems are you solving? For whom? What do you mean?
For your customers. What problems are you solving for your customers instead of just what do I have to sell?
Got it. Okay, so we're once again, we're coming back to our customer. We're thinking about what their needs are. Okay, Suzanne Reed, what is your tip for content?
I would say have your content written in such a way that anyone can understand it. Do not write it for the experts. Write it for the person who is truly looking for answers. I think there's a quote that said the smartest person is typically able to take the most complex subject and explain it in the shortest amount of time.
There we go. Gettysburg Address, very short. Okay, Michelle Beebe, Skillsoft, what's your tip?
My tip is that content isn't just for top of funnel, but really you need to map out your content throughout the entire journey that your customer's on. There
it is. All right. So, because we have to, there's lots of ways that the role the content plays. And I think it was Forrester Research that recently said there's something like 27 touches that happen along a particular B2B buying journey. So yeah, having a lot of content that is right for the various points. Okay, Jamie Gilpin, Sprout Social.
Content near and dear to my heart. I love our content team. And this has always been a linchpin of our strategy because we've always started with our audience, what their needs are. Also, we've always had goals in mind. And so start with your audience, have a goal and measure it, whether that's to leads, to trials for us, to pipeline. And then I love the comment on understanding that across the customer life cycle.
All right, that's a lot of tips to absorb on this Tuesday. So thanks for listening. I'm Jernizer. We'll see you soon. We'll see you next Tuesday.